Just a friendly reminder that the opinions expressed on this show are not worth a Canadian penny, so disregard anything you hear that might get anyone in trouble. And despite some of the great ideas you may hear, don't try them at home. Go to a friend's house instead.
It's time to get a gun. That's what I've been thinking. Well, I could afford one. And if I did just a little less drinking, time to put something between me and the sun. When the talking is over, it's time to get a gun.
Welcome to Slamfire Radio, episode 628, recording live on October 22nd, 2025. I'm your host, Cowtown Tony.
And I'm your other host, Dustin. I need to come up with a nickname. The parents are away, so it's just the kids today.
Oh, that's a good rhyme. Ooh.
Yeah.
So yeah,
right.
this is gonna be great. If we get thrown off the internet, you know why.
It was my fault.
just slightly past the probation period of 1 year, so we'll see how we do.
We'll see how we do. It'll be fine.
It'll be fine, hopefully. We'll get started with what we do in guns. Dustin, how about you go first?
Oh gosh. Okay. So I haven't done a ton in guns. You guys can't be hard on me. I've been working a lot. For those that know, I work in film. I work crazy hours. I have a whole deal just so I can come home to do this, even when things are going on still. But I ordered some Kydex for a holster project for myself. You can just order that stuff, eh? So yeah, I've got a couple of little like personal things. I'm trying to kind of want to make myself like a back shotgun scabbard that's like open and like works. To like most shotgun scabbards are kind of garbage. It's like really hard to pull them like out from your back. So anyway, I'm gonna prototype a project and make that for myself. So I ordered the Kydex for it. We'll see how that goes over the next however long it takes me to finish that project. But
how does that work? I know it's a hard, malleable sheet of plastic.
Yeah, it's a thermoplastic, so you can heat it up and it's malleable. I'm gonna have to probably build a jig for it. Either that or I'll just like wrap it around my shotgun. I've got to mock it up and everything. But yeah, basically you can heat it up and it'll fold. You can heat it up to like fold around the shape of your gun, like that you see in holsters that are like really made for specific guns. And yeah, it's cool stuff. It's got a bit of a learning curve, but it's not like the worst in the world. So
I need to know one day if someone can make me a hard holster for my knife.
Yep, I can do that.
How would it be secured in there, though? Would it not be all bouncy?
Yeah, so, all right, so when you fold the Kydex, one end is usually put like rubber bushings in, so you can, and then like an M series screw, so you can tighten it to the tension that you want. Like that's how most holsters work too. And then if you make it so there's like a little active retention, so that like you have to like actually defeat a little bit of tension to pull the knife out. But yeah, that's totally makeable. I've made so many like knife sheaths for different shows. Yeah, I'm just gonna put those skills to use on something big and
exclusive. How to Kydex with Dustin.
That's a good idea. That would actually be some good Patreon content, doing some building stuff in the shop. I should plot out some ideas like that. Smart. Yeah, so ordered Kydex. I bought a new gun bag, or technically speaking, my buddy bought a new gun bag, but I sent him money for it, so it's mine. It's just a soft shell bag. There was like a really good deal for like those 2-compartment like soft shell gun bags. And they have them in like that coyote, color that I really like. I like my range bag is that color. And as much as I wear a lot of black, I actually really like that color for all of my bags and stuff. So I'm excited. It'll be fun. Just something vaguely gun related.
Why can you not order yourself? Like, is it here or in the States?
No, it was down in the States. It was a really good deal, and I trust him when he said, "Yeah, he's like the quality of this is beyond airsoft quality," which is,
that's like, a bar.
It's airsoft quality is a bar, and if it's above that bar, I was interested. It was like $50-$60, like I think, like, yeah, something like that. So it wasn't bad. Well, USD. yeah, so I have I just sent him a payment, which was nice. I've been doing more VR gun stuff. I've been loving that. Well, I have been. I played it a whole bunch because I'm crippled right now. I had a surgery on my wrist yesterday, so it's going to be a little.
How big was the surgery?
That was pretty minor. I went to work. I shouldn't have.
Huh?
Yeah, I will.
Did they have to numb you?
Yeah, they were rooting around it. I had the bit removed, but they froze it all up beforehand. So I actually didn't really feel any pain until I got home. But like the surgery was at 6:30 in the morning, so I was up at 4:30.
So you were driving with one hand literally crippled.
No, I Ubered. I was responsible.
Way more responsible than I would be. I would,
yeah.
Even if I'm driving my manual car, I still would be doing that.
I wouldn't have driven.
I would just shift very carefully.
No. Well, thankfully, like my right hand, I can still drive, and like I can still drive. I can hold the wheel, and I've got a wrap on it now too, like just to kind of brace it a little bit.
Look like the cool kid, Karate Kid.
It kind of does a little bit, right? Yeah, that's what Tyler was saying too. He's like, oh, you know, only you could have like surgery and then make it look cool afterwards. And it's just because I wrapped it with black vet wrap, which I just had. The vet wrap I had was black, so that's why it looks cool. So, but yeah, I've been doing a whole bunch of VR gaming stuff. I can't believe I like stopped. I've been playing Pistol Whip because I hate my legs and I like them to be sore all the time. And another game I've really been enjoying is a game called Into the Radius, which is, it's got some. It's somewhere between like Tarkov and Stalker. So there's like an anomaly zone, and there's like scary monsters that you got to shoot at. And you got to kind of like go do little missions and come back and survive. Come back and you can upgrade your guns and all your stuff, and it's nerve wracking and a lot of fun. And I really do enjoy. Like I said, like as much as you're not getting like one-for-one weapons handling skills. It's not like the rig that Kyle has. But as far as like doing room clearing stuff and just thinking about how you're going to move into a building or how you're going to potentially, fight an enemy who's shooting back. This is the thing I like about Into the Radius is you got enemies that shoot back and the AI's not stupid. They're not smart, but they're not stupid. I've been flanked by them a couple of times in some ways where I'm like, oh, okay, you guys were smart enough to come at me from that angle. Good. And some of them are a pain in the butt, but so I don't know. Like I said, is it something I'd exchange for range time? No, still go get range time, but as an added little skill for like how I'm going to move around in the building, moving around with and without light. Again, so you can like control your flashlight and stuff, just so you don't make yourself a target. It's a whole thing. So I've been having fun with that, and I'm going to keep going as soon as my hand is a little bit better. I had my first department meeting for my new show, and again, can't talk about what the show is, can't talk about anything. I probably won't truly be able to talk much about the show until like 2027, 2028, because
how does that work? Is it like it has to be published before you can talk about it? So like the timeline is it's going to be published in 2028 kind of thing?
I would want it to be completely out and have been watched before I was comfortable talking about it at all. Like I signed a pretty serious NDA. And like just like it's because like the minorest little slip up can like ruin something, and can certainly get you fired too. And like nobody's above that. And I'm gonna have a really, really cool position on this show. I'm not gonna be the armorer. I'm going to be kind of in charge of the armorers. So I will be the weapons master on this show, which will be really cool.
What's the difference?
So like the armorer is going to be the person on set actively clearing and safing, supervising the guns. My duties will be more than that. Like my duties are everything firearms related, not just procurement, doing tests, doing all of the coordination, making sure that we've got doubles, triples of everything. Like I've got to do a script breakdown that is just gun specific. Well, it's actually weapon specific. We've got other weapons as well, but and then ensure that everything. There's a lot. There's actually going to be quite a bit. I'm going to be working pretty crazy full time on it, and like it's it's a little daunting, but we had this first table read, and I haven't been so excited about a project in a while. Like I literally so we did the table read, and then I had to go back into the shop and do more building. I had a grin on my face the rest of the day. I was like, this is going to be awesome. And we don't go to camera for months. Like there's still lots and lots of prep time between now and then, but there's still lots of time for me to screw up and get myself fired. But I'm going to do my best not to mention a single thing about it, even what I'm working on. But people will be jealous of my job, and yeah, that's all I can say about that. But it's cool. And then beyond that, yeah, I've also been fighting the urge to buy myself. So my birthday's coming up. My birthday's in like a month. But I've been fighting the urge to splurge on something that I know I won't get for my birthday. There's a sling and a butt cover that I really want. Oh, thanks, Kelly. Yeah, I'm super excited. Kelly just said, "Congratulations, Dustin. That's so exciting." And I appreciate it. Kelly Phillips. Sorry, not Kelly. Not our Kelly, but one of our Kellys. Oh, I did something else. Anyway, let me finish with so this new sling. Actually, you've if you want to screen it, I put a link here. This thing's so cool. Somebody else posted it on like I want to say the CCFR page or something. I asked, I was like, where did that come from? Because I want it. So this beautiful sling and butt cover for my Marlin 1895. It's like this gray. I want the gray leather too. It'll look so good with that gray stock that's on my SBL, because like my SBL's the gray and stainless version, and somebody else bought this. It looks sexy on their gun. And then scroll down to the sling, because the sling looks really good too. Like, tell me that doesn't just look all kinds of beautiful. Like,
it looks great, but I really have a problem with wider slings.
Okay.
That's just a personal preference. Yours is 4570?
Yeah, it's a 4570.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I don't like padded slings. And I don't know. I guess I don't like weight swinging around if I'm walking around, but that's just me.
All right, you know what? That is actually like a completely fair thing. And I will say, so I think there's 8 or 10 rounds on that sling too. Is it 12? I can't count now. I think it's 10.
Yeah.
That's I will say, because I have a sling now that I can keep 6 rounds on that gun, and 6 rounds of 4570. If you don't have the sling, like if you're not actively doing like a rifleman like hold or anything like that, where the sling is just sitting there, even 6 rounds waving around, oh my god, is it ever enough to make the gun super unsteady? So like, I recognize maybe perhaps not ideal, but it looks cool and I want it. Like, I don't see a world where I need to haul 20 extra rounds of 4570 plus the ones in my gun, but it looks cool. I priced it out. I think for the sling and the butt cover is going to be like just about $600 plus whatever import duty, $600 Canadian plus whatever import duties I get slammed with. And but I still want to buy myself a new gun.
$600?
So, all right. So the price you're looking at right now is just for the sling. The butt cover has its own price, and I think combined for the configuration I wanted, it was like, I don't know, call it like 400-ish USD. Tell me that's not gorgeous. Come on, zoom back in.
Not gonna lie, that is pretty expensive, but it does look really good. I like the embroidering. How do you say that?
Yeah, embroidery. Yeah. It's everything about it. It's a kind of classy that I like. And but I also, like I said, I haven't decided what I want to buy. Like, I want a new gun. I haven't bought a new gun in a long time. I don't know if I want.
My man, you gotta stop. Every single time. This is the slam fire problems. Like, every single time, someone's buying a new gun. I
mean, I don't need to stop. I just, look, I've got 18 months.
You got a job lined up, right?
I know, 18 months of work ahead of me, which is why I'm like, Okay, now I could be like a little irresponsible. I could buy myself one new toy. But I'm still debating, right? So there's like that.
What? Okay, let's raise the options. Let's go.
Okay. So
You want a double barrel?
I want an over under. I have a double barrel. I don't have an over under anymore. I gave my parents well, I do, but my parents took it. So it's off in Saskatchewan with half of my other guns that my folks buggered off with. So I need an over under so that it completes my collection because I have to have one of everything. Or
take
or
it
else.
back and give them something else.
Well, no, because then I won't have one there when I go there. I have to have one of everything there too.
What?
I have a lot of guns, Tony. I've been buying guns since I was 20.
I
have
that.
a lot of guns.
I don't think I need 2 over unders.
Everyone needs 2 over unders. But yeah, so I'm not completely,
anyway.
I'm not completely convinced. I honestly like all right, the over under I will say the over under I have at my folks' place isn't like anything special. There's a reason I let them take it. It was a cheap CZ thing that I bought a while ago, and I might be a little salty at CZ right now anyway. So it might not be like the first thing I'm chomping at the bit to get back at. So yeah, so there's that. I was looking at a lever gun.
Sounds like you need a Parazzi.
A Parazzi?
The Olympic gun.
I don't think so. No.
Sounds like you need a Parazzi. Anyway, one gun to defeat them all.
I don't need the best thing. I need a very good thing that I will be happy with. And now that Adriel has confirmed that he went hunting with that one that's heavy, it's used now, and I have photographic evidence that gun is used, and therefore it is worth less than it was before.
That's all of his review guns. They have video evidence that they are used.
Exactly. So when he inevitably decides to get rid of it because he's got like others, I will ask for a discount on that. So I'm still kind of holding out hope because I just about bought that gun just straight up, but then he bought it, and I'm like, maybe I'll wait and I'll get a better deal on this and not pay taxes. So that's an option. I'm still looking at a lever gun. I was looking at that new 22 that ended up not being very good.
Which one?
That Turkish one that ended up being all garbage on the inside. That I don't remember.
So 22?
Yeah, it was the
the Daria?
No. I would buy a Daria. I have rolled over the like purchase for the Daria a couple times, but they don't have the blue one available right now. Don't you
Sounds like the hobby you need to get into is Cerakoting.
I don't need any more hobbies. I have some Cerakote downstairs. That's a
separate issue.
It's a separate issue. So I was looking at that 10 or at that 22 that it's not good. So glad I didn't buy that. I would buy a Daria that because it is supposed to be good, but the blue one isn't available, and I want that one. And I'm also so here's the other thing. I'm really tempted to do a ground up 1022 build. I don't know if I have the spoons right now. I might save that project for next year. But to build like a go fast mini rifle 22, that's just like
just do it.
That's so like this is the thing though, right? I'm trying not to spend all of the money, right? So do I save that money and do a little bit more of a bougie like mini rifle 1022 build early next year, as a little treat to myself? Or do I buy myself, an over under that I don't need, but I will enjoy and will fill a spot in my collection at home?
You won't use, but you will enjoy.
Oh, I'll use it. I just don't need it. Okay. Or I might use it more. So I've got a couple of folks that have bugged me to come out and do sporting clays like there's more places to use an over under shotgun in the Lower Mainland than just about anything else in my collection. So I can justify buying an over under because it is like the least offensive firearm that I would own if I bought that. Because even my side by side, I have a little coach gun, but it's a sawed off side by side. Like it's factory made, but it's short. It's a short barrel shotgun. I can't take that anywhere.
Sounds like you should impress your friends and buy a Parazzi.
I don't actually worry about
You don't
impressing
shoot
my
enough
friends.
till
No.
you warrant a parazzi, but you should chase after your Olympic careers. Get a parazzi.
Oh yeah, I definitely need to go after an Olympic career shooting. I will not shoot for Team Canada. I refuse. I refuse. I won't shoot for this country. Nope. Nope. No way will I represent this country in a shooting sport while they are actively targeting me. I refuse.
What's her name? Oh no,
Terry Bryant?
no, no, no.
Oh,
Our Olympic pistol
yeah,
shooter.
Oh, yeah, I'm spacing on her name too now. I just was just talking about her too. Dinner. All right. I don't know. Moving
Sorry.
on.
I'm terrible.
Anyway, that's all I did in guns this week because like I said, I've clocked like 80 hours in the shop. I had surgery, and I still managed to, find some time for projects.
Good.
What about you? What did you get up to?
So a few things. First, I voted. I didn't know
Hey!
these stickers exist, but apparently they do for at least election Calgary.
Yeah, you
They
guys.
have they have the whole roll there, and no one asked for them. I was the only person that I know that did. So
You voted for the NDP, right?
we don't have an NDP party for the city.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah, municipality. I didn't even think there's a conservative either or liberal.
I
It's just
guarantee you,
smaller
you got like a
parties.
far left candidate. I can't remember their name, but I know you have one.
Jody Gondek?
I don't know.
Anyway, I don't think Calgary is particularly anti-gun as a city. Not like how Winnipeg has reacted to the recent changes, I guess. So I don't know how much it's really gonna matter, but I'm gonna fulfill my duty and use my rights. Not a privilege. Okay.
Yeah.
You need to think about these things. Again, English not my mother tongue.
Fair.
Loaded some more 08, so now I'm ready for the range again to get comfortable at 200 if I can.
Okay, I have to ask about this.
Uh-huh.
So now, how many rounds you got there?
50?
50. Okay, are those all 50 rounds of the same thing, or
No, they're
okay?
of two different things. So there's the hunting roll and there's the FMJs.
Okay.
I'll need to figure out how ballistically different they are, but am I gonna hunt over 10 rounds? I doubt it. So I have at least 10 rounds of hunting rounds to train with, so to speak.
Well, that's good. No,
And
for sure.
always don't forget your sticky note so you know what you loaded. And in case you see some pressure signs, you'll be able to correct that next time.
Good man. Good man.
Sometimes the case don't want to close. On Discord, you would have seen I was shaving down 2 boxes. It's not a hacksaw, but the box cutter. Because as most good Canadian firearm owners would know, that if you ship your box under 1 meter, I believe the second side has to be under 76, so that's much more generous. But if it's over 1 meter in length, 1 meter exact is okay. So usually I cut it to like 99, 98, just so I'm comfortably under that.
Yeah.
If you're 101, you will be charged oversized, which is like 20 some dollars. So usually like increasing your whole shipping cost by 50%. So
Who'd you ship with?
Canada Post. That's they're working right now.
Bold.
I
Oh, I know. They're not working very hard. I did get my driver's license today after 7 weeks, but
Oh God, how long was your temporary valid for?
I don't know.
What?
Like forever.
It says only 4 weeks, I think.
Oops.
Allegedly.
No, it can't be that. I'm pretty sure.
I think Alberta has a limit on it.
No, expiration was the end of the year. It's fine.
Oh wow, you have a really long.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, but yeah. Expiration. Was,
Okay.
yeah, it was issued. I have. Yeah.
It would have been issued 6 weeks ago, so that's like
Yeah. No, I'm looking at the
Start of
expiry. It's the end of the year.
that's kind of crazy. I don't think the Alberta one lasts that long. I need to get mine renewed too, so maybe I should do it earlier than later because the current situations.
Well, they might have made that longer because of the situation. Because I think the strike was either imminent when I went to get my license, because it happened like right after, because it was the same thing as my gun
Yeah.
license. I got boned both times. Anyway,
Yeah.
sorry.
No, all good. So Canada Post, from what I've seen, it's still the easiest and generally speaking the cheapest to ship a firearm. You can't ship ammo with them. You can't ship a lot of other things with them. So just be aware of that. They require you to have a business account, but you don't have to have a business to have a business account, and they indicate it pretty clearly on their website. So in case you need that information, go to Google, search for Canada Post shipping a firearm. You will have all the information you need there. You will need to store it in a secure manner, say suited for transport. You need to lock it. So
No, you don't.
get your. That's their policy, not the law, but you get
They're
it.
never going to check. I mean,
I don't know. Does their shipping centers not have scanners? Ever heard about crimes?
yeah, I know that Canada Post loses a bunch of guns every year. I had a handgun that went missing because Canada Post is incompetent. I had to threaten them with police before they found it.
Oh, just threaten them with police. I lost a restricted item.
Oh, they
could
could
find it,
dude. They couldn't have been bothered at all. I don't know. I don't remember. When did you get your gun license? Like, do you remember the before times? Like, was there good times for guns with you, where like it was easier to buy and ship guns, and stuff wasn't bad all the time? Like, were you?
I wouldn't know. I was right.
2019.
No, it was post COVID 2021, I believe.
Okay, so yeah, so you never really got to enjoy any of the good times.
I guess.
It used to be so much easier to ship a handgun or ship guns. Like Canada Post was.
How come?
Canada Post just wasn't as strict. You never used to need the business account thing. That came, I don't remember when that came in. It was right around COVID that the business account, it might have been like a little bit before, but it wasn't a lot before. I used to buy and sell guns. I am convinced that somebody, if they were to look at my transaction history, I don't know how the CFO never asked me if I was running a business the way I used to buy and sell guns. Because it would be like, I was like Adro. It was like 2 or 3 a week that were coming and going all the time. I used to be on CGN constantly. I had a screen that was just for CGN. I would be on it like 5 times a day. I would be on it 3 times at home. Like I'd check it in the morning, check it when I got home, check it at night. I was always on top of all of the deals, and I'd check it a couple of times at work. I sniped some fantastic deals by being obsessive like that. Because like when I wanted to when I wanted to get into like the film armor thing, I wanted to make sure that I could use and like had functional operational knowledge of every single gun that was legally available in Canada. So I bought damn near every handgun that I could over a period of time. And like, so I buy them, use them, learn how to use them, strip them down, clean them, get comfortable with them. And then I'd sell them if I didn't love them. Which is how I amassed a huge collection of guns, was just, trying to, and like I film money. I was pulling down really good money back then. And your dollar just went further. But yeah, like Canada Post used to be easier to ship guns with. Like it's still easy-ish, but you need the business license. But yeah, they lost a handgun on me once, and I was furious because it was one that was getting delivered to me, and it had showed as delivered. It hadn't been, and I fought with them for like a half day. I was just like complete apathy, and I was like, until finally I'm like, okay, here's the last person that finally actually helped me. I was like, here's the deal. You guys have lost a registered restricted handgun, and I'm going to assume somebody behind the scenes has stolen it. And so I'm going to get the RCMP involved right now, unless you figure out where it is and you tell me, and I go get it and physically have it in my hands in the next hour. And you know what was really interesting about that particular interaction? Well, I didn't curse. I was firm, no threats, just here's the deal. Find it, or else the police will. And suddenly, magically, inside of 20 minutes, they found where it had been shipped to. They're like, oh yeah, it's actually at this post office in Vancouver proper, because I don't live in Vancouver proper. Like somewhere it absolutely shouldn't have been. I'm like, okay, so it shows as delivered on your system, but it's actually in this other third-party location. And interesting, great. I'm gonna go get it right now. And I did, and I had it. It was Yeah, that was a thing. And I actually had to get the CFO involved too because I had to get a
ATT to get it back here.
ATT to take it home. Yeah. So once I visually had eyes on the package, I was glad it was still like during the daytime. So I called the CFO and I'm like, "Hey, Canada Post screwed up, and I need a new short-term ATT to take this home." So yeah. Oh yeah. Look. Yeah. Shipping powder used to be way better too. Dude, Mike, I miss those times too. It was so much better and easier to ship guns and ammo and all kinds of good stuff with Canada Post. So
I found guns not to be too big of a bother. It's funny. I sold completely not what was it? I think it was a computer part. Yeah, it's completely not firearm related. Sold a thing on eBay. I don't even remember if I shipped it outside the country or not, but just somehow through their shipping process, I got a Canada Post business account. I really didn't need to use it until I got into the whole firearm lobby, but it's like, oh, I have it, so it's not a huge problem. But yeah, I can't really ship ammo. I guess I can ship brass. Well, my friends can ship brass to me, so that's good. But they'll have to in-house pick up their ammo or something. I don't know. It's just it's not easy for you to split an order of ammo, things like that, if your friend is kind of far away.
that's fair.
Well,
I
that's
mean,
no fun.
it's like I think Canpar still ships ammunition. Maybe
I know
question
the
mark.
Purelators still do it, but it's
Hmm.
such a thing. You have to slap a label on it. So unless your work is some kind of a like industrial thing, yeah, you have some kind of a access to industrial supplier, then it's well, I guess Amazon will have some of those. They'll be stupid overpriced, I'm guessing, but it's hard to get some of these specific supplies like
Oh,
warning
the
labels,
warning
all the
labels. Oh,
things.
I mean, you could always just like print that off too, though, right? Like just
Huh,
print off an
that's a
explosives
good question.
label
I
and
actually
just
don't know if that's
it should be adequate.
yeah, it should be adequate,
It's
I
just a
guess.
symbol, right? But I don't know. I have never sent ammo via the mail, so I've received it many times and powder
Well,
and
that's
primers, but
through Canada Post though.
no, I
Yeah,
don't think ever
UPS
through
is
Canada
usually
Post. Yeah. I've gotten it through Canpar at some point. Like, because like the shipping companies, that was the other thing. Like again, you do this for more than a decade. Like all of a sudden, this shipping company doesn't do it, but this one does now, and they never used to. And it's like a game of whack a mole. I think it has to do with their insurance, actually.
very much could be. But I think yeah, Purelator is one of the last options. But Taylor, who hopefully will come on as a guest pretty soon in the coming weeks, did have issues with them,
Hmm.
and they have to go through some channels to get their match ammo shipped out via, I believe, via Campro down into South Africa. So that was they couldn't even complete the domestic part of it. That's the whole pain in
Oh,
the ass.
so brutal.
Yeah. So getting back to the boxes, ship them. That's fine. Already got delayed. No, they didn't even throw the labor dispute part on it. It said it was delayed due to being received late at the post office. Like, you already added a day to that, and now you're adding another day to that. That's just unreasonable. So we'll see if I can get my money back. But I think that'll be a hard challenge because they have labor dispute going on right now. But
Good luck.
maybe the service agent wouldn't know better. So one of the two guns is a sister gun to this car channel here. They're not really sisters at all because they're not made in the same time frame at all, but they were rack mates for a little bit. It was the first time I boiled a gun as
Oh.
a process for rust removing. It is actually how hot bluing is done in a sense where hot bluing is rusting the firearm, the metal surfaces to start, and then the hot boiling process will convert that into the blue finish you see. I don't really think it blued any rust, but it did make a lot of the grease and stuff either dissolve into the water or like dry up on the surface. So what made it a little bit easier to clean, they have this kind of greased, caked on kind of appearance to it.
Yeah.
And there was this white spot on the barrel, I guess probably some kind of a scratch mark from years gone by. God knows when that happened, 90 years ago or 50 years ago. We don't know. But so I was using Code Blue. It's not my first time with Code Blue, but man, I hate this stuff. The more I use it, the more I hate it. You'll see a picture on Discord. It give me the feeling that it's like a car scratch repair kit where how it works is you're removing more clear coat, but now the transition, it doesn't look as bad, so your eyes don't notice it as badly. So I'm seeing it's like making the surrounding bluing go away. So, but they also have the blue remover, so I really don't know what's going on. But I do know it does work on white steel. But obviously, I'm trying to do a touch up here. But to me, after I've discovered that I could do home parkerizing or zinc phosphate, there's two types. There's the manganese phosphate, which will have a darker appearance, and the zinc phosphate, which will have a lighter appearance. And I found that process to work a lot better. During the cleaning, I found the butt plate to be quite rusty. So I took at work, I took the powered grind wheel wire brush to it, and it just didn't turn out very good. So I went to I talked to the owner of it, my friend. It's like, there's going to be a color differential, but I can guarantee you won't rust. Which way do you prefer it? I was like, okay, just no rust then. I was like, okay, I got it. So I sent it through the sandblaster and did a zinc phosphate coating on that, and that turned out really good. But as expected, zinc phosphate, and I particularly picked it because it would be like more of a gray color than a black color. But that's only the butt plate, so I guess for my particular copy, I don't know. To me, it's more of a functional piece than these things are made in huge numbers. This one in particular is just a standard 1891 cavalry carbine. It's not a TS. It's not a long rifle, which are both rare these days.
Yeah, it's actually hard to find a long barrel one now.
Yeah, I know. So I might I don't want to redo the barrel action because I don't really have a dunk tank that big, but the magazine, the trigger group, the butt plate, I might just sandblast them all, dunk it into zinc phosphate, and get a new finish that way, so it will mostly last.
Do you have a sandblaster, or are you at work?
At work.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'll be able to borrow that, and our shop manager hunts, so he is mostly okay with that.
Nice.
Yeah, the gun is actually pretty simple. You can follow Adriel HGG's guide on how to take it apart. I went a little bit further. It was easy enough, one singular pin to remove the entire trigger group, so I did that too. Boil that, wipe it off. So I believe I don't know if it is, but it appears to be more of a stainless steel kind of finish in comparison. So give it a little bit of a two-tone, silver trigger, match gray. No, it's not match gray. I had to grease the trigger because the trigger like pivots on the frame a little bit. I was like, what is this? Anyway, the trigger, I don't know if it feels any better or not. Maybe.
You don't know? Did you do a trigger pull test on it before and after?
No, it feels terrible to start. It still feels terrible. So
okay, so you didn't. It's not like it was okay before and it's slightly better. It was garbage before and it's not.
Yeah, it's still heavy, now. But I did grease it.
Ooh.
Derek is saying there's electricless plating kit.
Electrolysis plating kits. Yeah, that.
Huh. That would be interesting. Plate your gun in gold. Golden AK. Golden VZ. Golden Type 81. Something. I don't know. That'll be pretty cool.
Well, I mean, the 81's banned too, so you might not want to bother.
You can have it.
Very fair.
Supposedly, they will comp your deactivation fee.
I'll believe that when I see it.
When you see it, right?
I'll believe that the first time I see anybody get comped for their deactivation fee. Yeah, no one's getting paid for that. Don't destroy your guns, folks.
All right. So here's the A22 that I mentioned has a problem.
Yeah.
Safety check. I have a chamber flag in it. I'm modifying and designing new chamber flags for 22s just because they're like
Kinda
the standard chamber flags don't really fit in them. Of course, this one already broke, so improvements required in the long term. So chamber flag back in, so we can pull the trigger on it. We're on safe.
Oh, 1 sec. Derek's nickel job was pretty awesome. Good to know.
Good to know. Okay, we're on safe. Did you hear?
Oh, don't like that.
Why is it pulling when it's on safe?
Well, have you ripped it open yet? Like, have you taken the trigger out?
Not yet.
Okay, all right. Now,
I just want everyone to see this. Why can I pull the trigger again?
There's something.
Red means dead.
Okay. Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Your gun's trigger is pulling on safe. There's something wrong in the trigger mechanism. You should really.
It's not
take the whole
pulling all the
assembly
way
out.
though. But you can actually get a reset when you're on safe. So that's kind of interesting.
There's almost certainly a spring that's come either disconnected or just full on broke because it was a 2-cent spring that somebody cheaped out and put a 1-cent spring in and saved themselves $1 million.
Still on safe. Okay.
Oh, don't like that. It dropped when you. Oh.
No, it doesn't drop, but that's the sound it makes when it properly resets. So it's like.
Oh, I thought it dropped again.
No, it didn't drop the hammer. No, I'm not shooting it right now, so it's all right. But I thought I would. I recorded a video. It's like freaking 200 megs, which is not big, but Discord doesn't like it. So I was like, okay, I'll show it on camera before I rip it apart. I really don't have time for this because I want to practice hunting. I want to be serious. Anyway,
you should still rip that apart, or send it to me and I'll rip it apart because I don't.
I'll rip it apart. But anyway, I got some new. This is not hunting related at all. I got some new 1911 mag pouches because I hated the ones Adriel had. These are Blatex, not too expensive. I've been using Blatex stuff for a while.
Yeah.
You can see my belt, AR pouches, 1911 holster. I think they're good value for what they are, but if you're going high speed, then probably double alpha is where you're going. One of the best features they have is the tech locks, so you can take your stuff off, especially in a 3-gun kind of scenario. Maybe you want to leave your pistol in a holster on the table instead because you don't have any pistol to shoot on this stage. And Adriel's 1911 mag pouches they don't have that, so you have to slot it on. And then this is a competition belt, super thick, so like it's like 2 people trying to wrangle them in. It's terrible. So I was like, okay, I found these on a decent price on the Ontario store called El Fran something. Their logo's a moose, so you'll be able to find them. My friend was visiting there, so okay, buy them, and I'll pay you shipping later. And of course, I showed a knife.
Yeah,
that's one part of the hunting prep. Oh yeah, more stuff.
Emergency drinking water.
Yeah. This is not intended for consumption. It's just a fun curiosity. But
is that like a ration from like an old lifeboat or something?
Probably the 50. No, it's individual item, but those guys also have MREs on their store. What are they called? Misty Mountain Supplies. Yes, check them out. The owner is a pretty active member on the CFE Discord as well. So that's pretty cool. They also have cool stickers.
I love
Hey
cool
Hamburger.
stickers.
So apparently this is a very much a Canadian Forces joke where hamburger buns because the Francais, which is for Hey Hamburger. So
yeah,
Hey Hamburger. Okay, I have my hat, right? So I don't get shot.
Nice.
It's like, okay, so hunting in Alberta means partying, which is like 3-gun in Alberta, which means you need
nothing goes better with firearms than alcohol.
Usually at night you drink when you're cooking stuff, not when you're shooting stuff.
Yeah, so hopefully all of the guns have been put away by the time the alcohol comes out.
Yes, but what's a drink that have hunting heritage and have deer on it? I was like, I never thought about it. This is Jägermeister, or Hunter Master. It's a funny thing because I didn't really partied during college because I was in University of Calgary. I was living at home,
Right.
so I missed
And
out
you-
on the fun. And I don't
So-
do Jaeger bombs or anything like this.
So what you're saying is, I missed my opportunity to do
So you gotta
Jaeger
make it-
bombs in college when I
So
was
you need to
19.
make it up.
So I need to make up
no.
for it by drinking this.
So this is an
2-liter
experiment.
Oh God.
If I drank Jägermeister and I harvest a deer, that will become Tony's tradition of every hunt I have to have Jägermeister because that's a good luck thing.
Okay.
We'll see if it works out or not. I just thought it's kind of funny. And yeah, it doesn't really have any like, party association with me. And I'm not
Oh, it will.
dropping it to anything. I'm just going to drink it like how you drink most liquor. All right. That's about all the gun hunting, all the related, non-related things I've done this week.
Tony, I'm so glad that you've done a bunch of guns. I feel like I shouldn't be allowed on this gun podcast. Is Tony drinking medicine?
I don't know. After I became older, my taste buds start to accept a lot of weird things.
Oh, I still don't like hard.
If it gets me a deer, then that's good.
I don't think that's what gets you the deer, Tony. But
I
like,
should put deer blood in it.
no, don't do that. Don't do that. No, I'm really glad that you've got a bunch of gun stuff going on because like I actually do have gun stuff going on, but the coolest of it I can't really talk about, and I feel like I shouldn't be allowed on this podcast. Certainly not.
I'm so up and down, and just my buddy moved. He's settled down. He got his range membership, so I'm holding on to his gun. I have to return him all his guns.
No.
And then my fingers are so sore trying to use quad-odd freaking steel wool to polish everything. It's like, damn, it's so gun. And then the cold blue doesn't work. It's like, this is annoying. But at least there's no cracks on a wood stock, so that's good. And
Yeah.
he asked me, he wanted a Tika T3X laminated so bad, but he doesn't want to afford it. He doesn't want to buy it. So, he said he wanted bolt action. I was like, okay, here's the cheapest freaking bolt action you can buy. There you go. Anyway, so let's see. Hopefully he'll have fun with it. I don't think he's going to shoot a maple seed with it. Let's go to upcoming events. Speaking of maple seed, looks like we're wrapping up the year. There's 3 events coming up this weekend in Nova Scotia: Moscow Dubois, Valley Rifle and Revolver Clubs on 25th. Also, Orano Fish and Hunt Club in Ontario on 26th. Long Butte Fish and Game. And November 8th and 9th is Georgian Bay Hunter and Anglers Club in Ontario, and then Horanian Handgun Club on November the 9th.
Cool.
So check them out at mapleseedrifleman.com/events.
Yeah, if there's a maple seed near you or even reasonably near you, you should go do it because maple seed's a ton of fun. I hate that they keep selling out here unless I want to go to the island, and I never ever want to go to the island.
Why not?
I hate the ferries with all my heart. The passion of 1,000 burning suns. Everything. So the ferries are a crown corporation that are run like a not crown corporation. And they've done a real bad job like maintaining staffing. So every year the demand on the ferries goes up while the service on the ferries goes down. So like they've got an aging crew, and because like the cost of living out here is just so bananas, even though they're pretty solid union paying jobs, their recruitment's super bad, and they don't have, so like they're like literally been pulling people out of retirement to come do like part-time shifts on some of the ferry sailings.
Oh my god.
It's expensive. They don't let you sit in the car anymore on a bunch of the sailings, especially the ones to the island. Unless you're on the upper deck that's open, you're not allowed to stay in your vehicle, and I'm antisocial as hell, so like I like staying in my vehicle. So I don't know. I don't like the ferries. I don't like being on someone else's schedule. I don't like that you have to, nowadays you have to have a reservation. Even if it's a Wednesday, If you don't have a reservation, there is no guarantee you're getting on that ferry. The next
Oh, you don't
ferry
have
or
a
the
ferry
after.
lineup?
Oh, there is. Yeah. It's
That's-
just like but you want a reservation. Otherwise, you could be waiting 4 or 5 hours to get on one, right? Like,
that happened to me before, but that's
I know it's happened to me lots of times. I hate it.
I always had never took a ferry here, but I always had fond memories of it because there was this island in the city of Shanghai called Chongming Island, where my people were originally from. So we used to visit was a kid, and the ferry was the only way there.
Mhm.
So there was always a fun memory of us going there, like during spring usually. After that, they built a bridge and tunnel set up through the Yangtze River. So I haven't been on that ferry for a while, but yeah, that was like a big thing. You have to line up for, and at the time, internet wasn't as prevalent, so you had to wait. Usually, what happens is you start waiting in line, and then you go eat at a restaurant, and then you come back. That's kind of the sidetrack, but
I mean,
yeah,
that's more or less the way that things are set up here too. Like the ferries are a giant cash grab, like everywhere you turn, and unlike the East Coast where the ferries are subsidized by the federal government, part of their agreement is part of like the East Coast being part of Canada. I think that they maintain that the ferries like are affordable for people. They're not. It's like $100 to go one way on the ferry if you're going to the island. So, I don't know. I don't like the island. Oh, here we go. Hang on. BC Ferries is considered Greek trimmery. Ferry option.
some Greek word.
Oh, everyone. Oh, okay. Everyone gets an oar. It's eco-friendly. It's healthy. It can be made of wood. I'd see it being hugely popular. Okay, Mike, don't give the British Columbia government any ideas at all. Please. David Eby is already far too crazy, and we have the Green Party is on the island. Don't give them any ideas. We don't need that. I don't.
Elizabeth May.
I don't need to pay $100 and get my rowing in for an hour and a half. Well,
Oh my god.
gosh. All right.
Okay. Let's go to HG Firearm Training. Looks like his training course in Bonneville was extremely popular. He sold out both days, non-restricted only. So if you are still on the lookout, maybe text him. Other than that, I see November 15th, 16th, Showa Park, non-restricted, restricted. Restricted still have spots. December, Showa Park as well. December 13th, 14th, restricted, non-restricted, restricted as well, Showa Park. So yeah, that's good. Go get your firearm license if you're listening. Well, if you're listening to the podcast.
I'm hoping I get to get my instructor license in the next year.
What step are you on now?
Oh, the worst step, the waiting.
Oh, the waiting. Okay, good. Let's skip the waiting and go to 3gun.ca. There's 2 more 3-gun matches. Looks like that is happening. Showa Park, November the 1st, and the week after at Chaz, November the 8th. So two more rounds of 3-gun at Edmonton, in the Edmonton area.
Got some BTSA stuff too.
Yep, BTSA, IPSC, Not Style, Shotgun, and Mini Rifle are happening. So go to practice score for that. Looks like they are doing a split level 2, level 1. So you could register on the BTSA page for the level 1 IPSC style version instead. If you don't have a black badge, or if you're like me, you don't have active IPSC membership at this time, do feel free to send an email to the match director. I believe the email address is provided as well.
Cool.
All right, let's go to the news. What do we have on Facebook?
Oh, yes. The federal government, in their continued effort to screw over gun owners while doing nothing to stop crime, have made it easier for them to continue to screw over gun owners while doing nothing to stop crime. So they made a couple of little adjustments, as reported by Tracy Wilson. They made a couple of minor adjustments to I think it's like the Transportation Act, something that allows for the transportation of prohibited firearms through the mail. I'm going to assume that they'll still be like shipping these things, and they're prohibited firearms, so there's rules around that, and so the federal government has quietly made it easier for that to be done lawfully, which is like a sign that they're not interested in changing course, which is weird because like every day, like this particular bone does not seem to be getting dropped. Like every day you turn around, there's more people coming out against it. Like there's a First Nations group that was just in committee the other day being interviewed. They're against the gun ban for a plethora of reasons, and I think somebody had even suggested grandfathering just the Aboriginal folk. Good luck with that going over well with everybody else.
Isn't that what happened in 2020 technically?
I mean, technically, but if we all remember Ian Runkle's assessment of that situation, it'd be dubious to even make an attempt at that one. But yeah, in other news, looks like Glock is kowtowing and planning on discontinuing all models is the reported news, and coming out with new V series guns, presumably ones that will not be as easily or readily converted by an auto switch. That they're not saying that, obviously, because that would be an admission of a problem. I don't know. I like at this point, it almost seems comical. Obviously, like we all remember, California banned Glock full on, just like can't buy any ones. I think as of January, like 2026, I think, pretty soon. So I don't know. There's literally millions of these things. Like it's a $500 handgun in the States. So like there are millions of them.
Well, I bet the Gen 3 patent has expired for long now. So someone could just make one.
Just crank them out.
And the devil's in the detail for this one, because Canada could be affected.
Don't say it. Don't say it out loud. Don't even put that energy out there. We all know what you're thinking. Don't say that out loud.
I was about to ask you if I should or not, but
don't. Nope.
If you're interested, you can look up James Reeve of TFB TV, and his personal YouTube channel mentions that the California wording for how they quoted is that the ATF's ruling? Anyway, the particular quote is done incorrectly. From the federal level, it said readily restored to automatic fire instead of the California wording.
Yeah.
So yeah. Well, I found it kind of funny that Iron Gun has a post on it. So now you're gonna. I guess the slide may be the desirable part.
So here's the thing, like, and I think that might be the one tiny little protection that we have. So like the way the law is worded in Canada, like readily and easily convertible to full auto, right? I mean, arguably the firearm itself, the receiver, the frame of the Glock is not readily and easily convertible to full auto. And if that is in fact the case, then yeah, I think your worst case scenario would be upgraded slide. But the hundreds of millions of slides that are out there are going to be the valuable component. They also happen to be the unregulated component.
That actually raised a question. What is Glock going to do? Are they going to make a different frame for it?
I don't know, man. I'm not a Glock engineer.
Glock
I just
V
love their
frames and Glock V slides are not compatible with other stuff.
Well, or if they're just making a frame that is compatible with their slides but doesn't allow for like the auto switch to work, right? It's a really simple mechanism how that thing works. Like super simple. But it would be super easy for them to build a workaround so that it I don't know. Oh, hang on. Somebody posted dubbed unofficially as Glock's new vasectomy series.
That's a good translation.
Ironically, as Glock's horse-based endeavors focus on the opposite effect. Oh, Mike, you are excellent. Thank you, my friend. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's a weird and crazy world, but we're not going to put that energy out into it because we've been hit enough times in the last couple of years. Don't give the RCMP any ideas. So
How about we go to new gun stuff instead? That will definitely cheer us up. And it's gone.
it's gone. And so I would guess you're the host. I'll let you read it.
No. All good.
I was yeah. You want to put it up?
Yep.
So it looks like FN America is discontinuing all of their SCAR models, which is super sad because the SCAR is really cool. It's really expensive, but it's a cool gun. Yeah. No more rumors. FN America has completed our final production run of the commercial legacy SCAR series in the US. This includes the 16S, 17S, 20S, but not SCAR ISP.
15p, I'm saying.
15p. Sorry, it's small on my monitor here.
Yeah, sorry.
No. Oh, that's much better. 15p. What's currently in our market is all that remains. So if you've been wanting one, now's the time to grab one before they're gone. None of this affects FN's global military SCARs. These are still in demand and still in production. Look for more info leading up to SHOT Show 2026. If you own a commercial legacy SCAR, don't worry about support or parts. Owners can still receive service through our support center, and spare parts will remain available through official distributors for a period of time. As for accessories, magazines for the legacy SCAR 17S, SCAR 20S will continue to be available in the future. However, the supply of accessories such as barrel assemblies will be limited over the next 5 years. You know, I wonder if this isn't just a matter of, like, they were expensive guns and they probably didn't sell a ton of them in the civilian market. Yeah.
That's the interesting thing is American SCARs made in the US?
Yeah, well, it's because of 922R, right? Like, if you have an assault style firearm, and like an assault rifle, or I think they just define them as assault rifles in the States. Like I think any long gun has to be 922R compliant. So there's like a certain threshold for like amount
How many
of
American parts
have to be in it, which is why that's why the Beretta 1301 is just not being imported in the States right now, right? It's because it's not 922R compliant and anymore. I think they like changed the threshold, and suddenly what was compliant no longer is. So yeah, so most of these companies, you know, they'll set up a factory in the States to service like the American civilian market, but like these guns are really hella expensive. I have a buddy that bought one, and I was like, how much did that cost? It was like $5,000 US. I'm like, oh, I like a SCAR, but I don't like it for $5,000. Like,
that's I guess you can still probably pull some parts from the international market, but that's the thing with a less common firearm platform, I guess. The barrel assembly, for example, that's if you're a 3-gunner or if you're a volume shooter, that's a wear part.
Yep. The barrel assembly is a wear part for sure. So those are somebody, yeah, if somebody's enterprising and has a little extra money, they should be snapping up barrels and, you know, storing them for like 5 years.
I don't know. You could probably import a barrel. If you import a barrel, then you're back into 92R territories. Maybe that's the problem.
I doubt it, especially if you're talking about a gun that was made in the States, because then you're just like swapping in one component that wasn't made in the States. So I don't know.
Maybe it already have non-American components shipped in. That's also possible. To say.
Yeah, I don't know enough about that, and I mean, I'm gonna be honest. Like, the SCAR's cool. I don't know if I.
It's not 10 times the AR cool.
It's not 10 times the AR cool, or like, you know, getting, you know, whatever. Like, pick your AR-10 platform that is tried, true, reliable, and available everywhere. Right? Like, there's lots.
It was in a video game.
Great. I a big fan of the XCR in 308. That was a good gun.
I guess, but not everyone's a fan. Let's go to something that's more approachable in Canada. The Marlin Model 1895 is like, hey Tony, this is old news now. What the f? But now it is available in the rimless cartridge.
Yeah, 10 millimeter auto.
It's slightly more expensive than the others. Wait, it's an 18. Oh no, this is an 1894. Sorry.
Yeah, it's
they
94,
mixed it
95.
up, but yeah, it have the little sliding thing. Like
The little
like
sliding thing that goes up.
It's the 1894 have a unique ejection port design and
Yeah,
have a dust cover, I guess you can call it. Yeah, no, it's a side eject.
Is it a side eject?
It's a side eject, but I have this block that meets in that you can't see it, but the block will move back and forth.
Okay, I thought the 1894 was a top eject, and okay.
So that's pretty interesting. Also have a side gate for the listeners. Capacity is 10, but my question is, if they make it in 10, does that mean they're going to make it in 9?
No, but somebody had a buddy of mine when this came out, because it dropped a couple of days ago. He's like, I wonder if I could run 40 in this. I'm like, if you got money to burn, you could try.
I wonder if it's going to load very well. It's going to run into the same kind of 1911 problem where the frame was designed for 45 ACP at the time.
Yeah.
9mm is significantly shorter, same length as 40 Smith & Wesson, which is basically 9mm plus or 10mm short, depends on how you look at it. So 45 and 10mm runs in a factory 1911 just fine, where the short cases would require some. For example, nowadays the 9mm 1911s would have a ramped barrel instead of having the ramp on the original design built into the 1911 frame. So maybe they'll make one in 45 though. That'll be interesting.
I would be interested in I say I would be, but I wouldn't. I'd probably just stick with a rimmed pistol cartridge for these things. So I really do.
I guess it doesn't really have a benefit of running. Unless, for example, you run a lot of 10-0 pistols, then maybe. But I don't, as a dedicated firearm, I don't really see it having an advantage of running 10 versus 44 mag, for example. That would be way more power.
I really, really like Marlin's stainless with the gray black stocks. I'm a big fan.
Yeah, the only complaints I have against this thing is, first, its price. Second, it's unnecessary safety functions.
Unnecessary? What do you mean?
Crossbow safety. I don't need it.
I actually like the crossbolt safety. On a lever gun, I like a crossbolt safety.
I have one safety already. I don't need two. I don't need two selectors on my AR. Thank you.
Just me. I'm going to disagree with you. I like the crossbolt safety. One of us can be right, one of us can be wrong, and we can still be friends.
Okay.
So,
next, we have, I've mentioned this already, the Kinetic Group. Well, someone in our Hump Camp actually mentioned this, so I guess Adriel will probably put it up, but there's deals on federal ammunition, hunting style bullets, I believe. They will end, all the way through November, so all the way through basically hunting season for most people. I guess in the States they're late season doe hunts and stuff, so maybe stock up before that. It's not limited to Fusion though. Fusion is their bonded offering. You can also buy them in PowerShock, which is what I had. Some copper bullets if you fancy that as well. Safari.
Solid copper?
Yeah, they have solid copper. So trophy bonded terminal ascent, so that's bonded. Hybrid Hunter ELDX, so those are hunting bullets. CSX, that's pure copper. LRX, that's pure copper. Hammer Down, I don't know. Trophy copper, there you go. NASA Partition, Swift Scirocco. Scirocco is also a bonded bullet. Safari, they have trophy bonded. Oh, so these are big solid bullets. Cool. And they also have some handgun hunting stuff.
Oh,
in case you are interested.
I've been told that there is no good reason to own a handgun and you can't hunt with them. Except for everywhere that you can hunt with a handgun. Yeah,
exactly. They also have rebates on slugs, so that's nice. PowerShock, Sabote, PowerShock rifle, True Ball, Fratron Copper Sabote. That's nice.
Nice.
Steel shots for your shotgun too if you're bird hunting. Black Cloud High Velocity TSS loads too. Nice.
That Black Cloud TSS, that stuff's good.
This stuff's expensive though.
It's good though. It's good ammo.
Yeah, $5 a box for your.
I know.
You have to buy. Well, no, $5
Yeah, that's
a box for the
that's your
rebate.
It's it's really expensive, but it's good.
Yep. So just look up on Google federal ammo rebate. You want the new site. You want the Kinetic Group site, which is like the new conglomerate that got bought out from Vista Outdoors. So just look them up. You get some good deals on that. And I found this on CGN. Profit River is running a customer appreciation day, October 25th.
Ooh.
Looks like they have hot dogs, hamburgers, soft drinks, coffees, other things if you're in the Lloydminster area. And they have door prizes. That's very interesting.
Ooh, it looks like you have a chance to win
Ooh, and you have Rod is gonna be there.
Oh, go say hi to Rod.
Go say hi to Rod. That's cool. And I bet it's not. Oh, it looks like Terry Bryan will be there. Oh, God.
Oh my God! You now
meet your Canadian farm heroes, and also the Browning guys. There's Vortex Canada there. There's Swalowski is going to be there.
Cool. Dang,
Awesome.
I wish I had opportunity to go. Yeah, I don't know.
Like good prices will be announced soon. Cool.
That's cool.
Saturday. Saturday. This Saturday.
Be there, Prophet River.
All right. And North Silva is, I guess, fielding interest for the new
AR style bolt lock.
Taipan Evo. I don't know what's too evil about it. Okay. This is actually cool. So at Chaz, there was this prize gun that was a Taipan, original Taipan. And it had a really odd bolt lockback that's on the back of the receiver. It looks like a silver pin, and nobody really understood what it was.
Is this a workaround for the semi-auto thing? Is this one of those? It locks the bolt. You press a button, and the bolt rocks.
I don't
forward?
think so. I think it's just it's still the pump action and the straight ball. So I don't think that is. But it will have a more correct freaking bolt drop. It will be good for your load show clear, I guess.
I don't know. It looks like an abortion, but like,
I'm not gonna lie. I prefer the furniture interchangeability on my PR. Also, I prefer that it locks forward. That's a good thing. This is more like a Renegade MRA style, where the spring is helping you to lock it into battery instead of like a shotgun. So. Preference.
I really wonder what the legality would be of setting yourself up, building a not semi-automatic, but like, one of those, a cheater gun, something that like, one little mechanism that you have to physically engage to like drop the bolt after it's locked back, or it can still use the gas, but it's not technically semi-auto because it doesn't auto load. You still have to do a physical mechanism.
That is a question that has been answered.
Oh,
the Savage A22R, manufactured in Canada, designed for the Australian market, is marked as a semi-auto here. Well, there is the argument that it is technically a variant of a semi-auto. So does that make it different?
No, the second they start swinging the variant word around, that word means nothing. That word means whatever they want it to mean.
Exactly. So but in this technical case, it is in fact a variant of it was a semi-auto, right? Australia doesn't seem to care, but we're not Australia.
Australia still has semi-autos. You can get an AR-15 in Australia if you have the right license for it.
That's true, but it's hard to get.
It's not. If you are a rancher or like a farmer, you can get an AR-15.
Sounds like you need a lot of property.
You do. But I have a friend down there that has AR-15s. He's got handguns. I'm like, oh, Australia's laws are less bad than ours? Mars
Whoa.
trigger. They did it in the UK in the 90s. One pull fires and the bolt locks back. Second pull unlocks the bolt. Next pull fires the new round. There you go. Okay.
That's kind of crazy. The A22R is not as complicated. You have a lever. You need to basically you drop the bolt every time you need to shoot it.
I mean, I don't know.
The double pull though, so your double tap is quad tap now.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, I guess that works.
I don't know. They did take them all of 2 seconds to rewrite the legislation via OIC to make that a thing again. Like, nope, that's banned too. Screw you. We need new government. Although hopefully not in November. We don't need an election.
You don't want an election now?
No, I don't want an election right now. The NDP don't have a leader.
That's true.
The NDP have no money and no leader. We do not want an election right now. We need the NDP at 15% minimum in the polls, and they need a leader to do that consistently. If we had an election right now, it'd be a total crapshoot who'd win. Might be Pierre, might be Carney. Almost certainly will be a minority government either way. And I would like sometime in the next year to see a conservative majority. I don't care if it's a slim majority, but I would like to see a conservative majority, and we need a functional NDP to make that happen. So,
all right, let's go to the main topic, which is Parents Our Way listener feedback catch up.
Yeah,
we didn't do it last week, and I found that the pesky YouTube algorithms, well, not quite, but their filters now have a sort by most relevant as the default instead of the newest as the default. I don't know whose robot considered what's relevant versus not, but sorry, Eddie, that's probably why I've been missing some of your comments. But let's go back 2 weeks since we haven't talked about it for a bit and see what we have missed.
Yeah, our last show around Super Bowl.
Yeah, it was a good show, and you want to tune in next week for a good show as well by Adam. We'll have Adam Reiser from On the Perf podcast. If you're interested in 3-gun shooting, you should listen to that as well.
It's going to be a good show, folks.
Okay, so I have from 2 weeks ago. Yeah, 2 weeks ago. I guess YouTube maybe doesn't like the word nut, but John Sweeney 2906 on episode 625 said, being a legal gun owner in Canada has just been a decade of getting kicked in the nuts each day.
Yep.
Agreed. Yeah, pretty much. So I guess it doesn't like the nut word. I don't know why that's not relevant, but okay. Oh, yeah. I remember this. Did I read Eddie's comments on saying it was good to meet you? I think I did, but Dustin, it was good to meet you. If the weather was warmer, I might have worn sandals. Yeah, it's not quite flip-flops, but it's open-toed.
Yeah, he did read that one because I made the joke about Adriel showing up at my door in sandals, and I was like, oh. No.
That's his choice of driving footwear. It's not my choice of driving footwear. P-Roar 1368 on episode 625 as well. No grandfathering. And then Wayne 5552 mentioned the grandfathering is unofficial. I don't know where the unofficial part is. It's just not a thing. The government don't have billions to enforce the confiscation. Most of the polls I've seen shows compliance at 10 to 20% Eastern Canada and under 10% in Western provinces. The government cannot realistically criminalize 500,000 Canadians for owning one of 2,500 models of firearms that police are unwilling to enforce. Come October 2026, the cost of the program is into the billions with low compliance. That's GG as in good game. Liberals will abandon it. It will become a voluntary program to save face, which is why they're calling it voluntary now. I know there's still plenty of documents that show it as. I think doesn't the RCMP still say it is like mandatory?
It is. Yeah, so there's a reason for that. You also reminded me there was something I forgot to put in the news. There was a Leger poll. Oh, come on. Just go to the feed. There was a Leger poll that came out, and the most of Quebecers are actually not in support of the gun confiscation scheme right now, and that's news. They would like, in the words of the poll, most Quebecers want the feds to focus on illegal gun smuggling, not the firearms confiscation scheme. So that's just interesting and new.
Well,
And
not one particular Quebecois, so we know that.
I know.
Can't
but
convince everyone. Can't convince everyone.
Oh no, she won't. She just needs to go away. But sorry, I digress.
My god, this one's great. How did I miss this before? Also from 625, Patrick J 5608. This government isn't gonna make it past spring. ... I hope. It probably is. And then Mr. MJ 2397. Nah, Connie will ban spring if it looks like that might happen.
Yep.
That's good. I love it.
Yeah. So I just want to address, because I know I'll keep harping on this drum, and everybody's like, no grandfathering, and look, folks, I agree with you. I would prefer a world where we don't have to grandfather things either. And I would prefer to see an election where we have a conservative majority and we get to claw some of our rights back, maybe change Firearms Act. That's go back, look at me getting all mouthy about it in earlier episodes. That is what I would like. But I do support grandfathering over full-on prohibition and becoming a potential criminal. And so I don't know, man. I just think there's some middle ground there somewhere. Anyway, keep going with the question, or with the comments.
All good. I think this is the first comment I missed from Eddie. Eddie mentions on 625, Dustin, one way we could avoid an election in November over the liberal budget is by having a few opposition MPs not showing up.
Yeah.
When the vote is called, they can squeak it by without a full house, like 169 to 167.
Yeah.
And the opposition won't appear to be in support of it. That's an interesting take.
So sorry, is that the end of the comment?
Not yet, but you can go ahead.
No, you can finish, and then I can.
It's been done before. Like you mentioned, no one is looking for another election right now, as there is no interest from the Canadian voters. There is interest from the Canadian voters. And the deepers, the NDPs, aren't ready. That I would agree with.
Yep.
You can comment first. You have a second section to this, which is unrelated.
Okay, so yes, you are correct. And that is almost certainly what's going to happen. That said, look, Carney only needs like a couple of votes to get past that threshold anyways. And between the Greens, because they've got a seat, and the NDP, there's going to be enough in there. I was literally just listening to some talking heads who were more connected than I am that figure there's enough in there to get the NDP to support it, because the NDP have, like, they could still lose more seats. They probably won't. Like, they're actually up in the polls a little bit, but they don't have any money. They don't have a leader. They don't have a direction. Like, I don't know how you get people to vote for your party when you don't have a leader. So I could see the NDP voting just in the name of self-preservation. And you're absolutely right. What will probably come from the Conservatives is they will just do the calculus for, like, what if the Bloc votes against this, because they've said they will. How many people need to not be in the House of Commons during the vote for us all to still vote against it and for it to still pass? I'm a believer that we'll probably see an election in the spring. That's my hope. But I actually don't. I'm not worried that the budget's not going to pass. I think that the Conservatives don't want a vote right now, and I know the NDP don't want a vote right now.
That's fair. Yep. What's the second storage location idea? I believe you might have run into an issue with the OIC prohibited firearms. They worded that the OIC, you cannot take them out of your residence, but you can move them to a new residence. So unless you're taking residence at your intended storage location, you won't be able to legally allowed to move them there.
I think you're probably splitting hairs. I'll suggest that. I mean, I have a license that lets me break that law anyway. I'm not actually breaking the law being in possession of a prohibited firearm right now. Yay, special permit for just me. But I would also say, like, I don't know, if it's a second residence, like I would be registering that place as my second residence. And
Can you even do that?
why not? Where is the law that says I have to have one place of residence?
Does it have to be your primary residence? Because that was
Doesn't.
defined.
Doesn't say it has to be your primary residence, does it? It just says it has to be in your residence.
I have no idea. I never read. Well, I read it before just to take the FX9 home, but that's it.
Yeah, no, I doubt it.
Well, out of everyone here, including everyone on the podcast, you are the one with the most privileges at the moment. So
Yeah, they're kind of shaky privileges. I've more or less, for the listeners, I've more or less kind of solved this problem for myself, regardless. So at least for the next couple of years. So it probably won't be a problem for me anymore.
And the last section of his comment, I'm going to guess that Dan from Hastings, who sent in the email last week, is from Ontario, not Hastings Street.
I think
Which
he's
is
from
fair.
Yeah, Hastings, Ontario, not Hastings, the land of the heroin fold.
Oh God. Nicholas 3897. The really sad thing is there are gun owners out there who voted liberal and are not into assault style weapons, assault style firearm.
Yep.
So somebody actually said that to me the other day.
Yeah, they're all happy to hand away somebody else's rights as long as it doesn't affect them. Don't worry, they'll call your bolt action hunting rifle a sniper rifle before they ban it.
Or high power something.
Oh no, or they'll call your lever gun, your cowboy action lever gun from the
Rapid
1800s.
fire capable.
They'll call it either rapid fire capable or semi-automatic style. And if anybody wants to quibble with me on that, you look at Australia, you can look at the UK, and you can look at New Zealand. All three of them use that exact verbiage or some version of it. Rapid fire style or semi-auto. There's a couple of like, again, words don't matter. We're just saying things that aren't things but are close enough to things that we want to ban them anyway, because we're not done until there's no more guns. So I promise all of those liberal voting gun owners who have a lever gun or a bolt gun, they don't want you to have those either. They're just making sure that we don't have ours first.
Well, you have to be chipping away from public trust, right? If you do too wide of a ban, then people are going to unite and fight against you. You don't want that. Mike is saying, I respond to you. I don't need that for hunting. I'd hunt geese with a 40 millimeter Bofors AA if I could.
Wouldn't we all?
Won't let you keep much meat, but can you get lead-free 40 millimeter Bofors ammo?
Could make some.
Yeah, what copper, full copper or something.
Yeah, some copper polymer composite, perhaps.
We have, I believe he left a message on Discord too. One JBB mentions, "Are these done live?" Yes, we're live on Facebook usually. Most of the time, almost always on Facebook. And rarely on YouTube because you can't handle firearms live. That's probably why you're not getting a lot of notifications. And if Kyle's on, because he is the admin on Twitch, he does that. Lunatic Tactical would be on Twitch.
Yeah.
And Canadian Guy 1955, 11 days ago on episode 626. I'm done with CZ as a brand. I can't in good conscience do business with a company willing to help destroy Canadian firearm businesses. I'm going to play devil's advocate on this, saying that they are not confirmed that they're doing it. but I do not appreciate their angle of either concealing information or not being clear with what they are doing. So
yeah.
I would say yes, innocent and proven guilty, but they're acting in a way that's guilty-minded and suspicious.
You know what? It's easy enough for them to prove their own innocence. They could be very definitively clear. We are not.
Mike want to shoot geese with flak around. So.
Yeah.
VT, variable time fuse or something, I guess.
Yeah, for sure. But no, like as far as the CZ thing is concerned, if CZ was innocent, it would have been very easy for them to come out and say that was the case. They are in no way involved in any kind of firearms confiscation scheme, nor are any of their subsidiaries in any way now, nor will they ever be. You could knock that out in 3 sentences or less and be incredibly clear. And the fact that they haven't been tells you all that you need to know. And as a result, I will not own another CZ product.
And Mike put it here very well. CZ will take the same stance as HK, where screws the civilian market and make enough money off
the government.
And
yeah,
I think
that's exactly what they're doing.
That's very fair. Was the Brand 3, was the acquisition of the coat departments. That could be what they're doing, right?
Yeah, well, I mean, in Canada, because our civilian market's super small. Like, I think we have like a similar like market to New Hampshire. I think, like as far as which is hilarious and wild. It might be bigger than that, but I that stat I'm pulling from a few years ago, but I'm not entirely pulling it out of my butt. We don't have like a huge firearms industry in comparison to like even some small, purple states in the U.S. I'll bet you California still sells more guns than they sell in Canada.
Apparently, they're the 3rd largest in the union. So there's a stat for you.
Yeah. So, I have no doubt that CZ doesn't care about Canada. But I also have no doubt that CZ doesn't care about gun rights. And that's a thing that's more important for our American brethren than for us. But we can still vote with our dollars, and we can convince them to vote with theirs. And I'm happy to watch that company burn to the ground if they are involved in this in any way.
Fair. And we have 2 comments from Eddie. Thank you, Eddie, for sending in this comment. I was looking at it right before the show, and I refreshed it, and I remember, I'm going to read it now. Some things I missed was YouTube. I did post a comment to Dustin as well in the last episode. Hopefully I covered it by now. And you can't see it, but somehow when you were reading comments, you didn't see it. I also counted 18 comments, so I believe you were censored from seeing a lot of comments. Not necessarily completely censored, but I saw the number 18 and I remember that. And then I refreshed my page, how I do it before every single show, so I can make sure that I have all the comments there. But I found out a problem. There's a new sort by in the YouTube studio, the creator studio, where newest is no longer the default and relevance is the default. But I don't know what kind of a AI machine Gemini is deciding what relevance means. So it's actually not giving me anything. Well, most things. I was like, where's the 18 comments? And all the things are messed up. And after I refreshed, I see this comment about the 18 disappeared. I was like, oh, where did everything go? So next time I'll pay more attention. Now I know what is happening. And
of course.
You have a comment for you, Dustin. I never understood skin bear resembling a human claim. I've heard that claim before. I bagged a black bear a few years back and didn't find it creepy at all after a skin.
I guess. I mean, look, most people don't see a human skinned either, but like I blame it on the day job. I've seen too many representations of like played human bodies hanging up in similar fashions to the bear that they look a lot similar.
And the bear upside down. Are you gonna go hunting this year or no?
I don't know.
What's the deal with that?
That was another thing I forgot to mention during my what I did in guns. I actually did more in guns that I forgot. I was on a CCFR field officer call for a couple of hours. We're just organizing our show schedule for the next call it 6 months. And we've got a couple of new field officers, and one of them, because we got a couple of new ones in BC and the Lower Mainland here, and one of them has offered to potentially take me to some spots. So I might go hunting this year. tune in next week for more information.
Big game, waterfowl, small game.
Probably deer. I'd like to go do waterfowl again, but that's like I'm kind of running out of time. That's like right now that you got to do that, and I don't have the days free. So yeah, we'll see.
What gun are you gonna bring? What gun do you usually hunt with? I never asked.
So that changes. If I'm going to go deer hunting, I'm probably going to take my Mossberg MVP in 308. It's a
good choice.
16, yeah, it's light. It's got a 16-inch barrel. It's my beat up gun. Like it's the gun that I'm comfortable throwing in like the box of a truck and just letting it rattle around and not going to care about it too much. I don't do that. I'm just saying I could do that.
I don't think I'm comfortable doing that to any of my guns. It's hurt a little bit when I'm have to slide my rifle down the dump sled 3 guns.
No, it is that gun for me is a quintessential like truck gun, like work gun. Like it is the gun that when I am out, it's one of the guns I take if I'm going to go out just like camping and stuff, just something that you can slide behind the back seat, not care about it. If it,
plenty powerful enough.
Yeah, it's 308
magazine.
Exactly. So
actually.
I like the mag capacity thing too, because I've still got like 10 round XCR mags. So yeah, like 10 rounds.
Could have take 20 round magazines. Just saying.
I could take 20 round magazines. I just don't.
Oh,
yeah.
Are you allowed to shoot prohibited devices in the wild?
There is nothing that says I can't use them. So
that's nice.
Technically speaking, my license says I am allowed to do things for testing purposes. Where I test and how I test is my business according to that license. So I don't know. I probably could.
Cool.
I've never tested that. Like I've never pushed my luck with
get
that.
A D50. Your arm is going to be so sore.
With the bolt action 50 rounds of 308. I would have to roll those. I definitely wouldn't want to put factory loads in for that. I would have to roll those. Oh,
I have a progressive.
My arms hurt. So do I. My arms hurting just thinking about that.
Yeah, sounds like a lot of fun though.
Yeah.
The joy is when you can have SR25 magazines on your bolt gun. It's very nice.
No, I just like the just having 10 rounds. That I'm perfectly happy in my bolt gun. Like that's lots of ammo most of the time. But yeah, my MVP is my kind of go-to. So for that sort of stuff, because I don't really care about it. I could take my Howa. But my Howa is a little. Nice. Yeah, I have a Howa 1500. It's a
what caliber?
308.
Also nice.
Okay. Yeah, 308. It's bull barrel. It's got the nice mags. I did like the mag conversion on it. I really like it, but it's a little heavy with the bull barrel on it, and like it's not fluted in any way, so she's a little front end heavy. And I don't know. It's that gun. I'm not gonna lie, is mostly for punching holes in paper at distance. So.
We have a barrage of comments from M45A1, frequent commenter as well, on episode 624. I remember when I was young, orange being a hunting regulation, but it's also, I remember that the regulation isn't a legal document. They're an interpretation on the law. I guess that's still correct, but I need Runkel's take on this. If it's written in, even the hunting regs isn't plain English, so if something is written wrong in the hunting regs, but like it's definitively wrong, can they still prosecute you because that's the document they provided you? But does every hunter have to read into the plain law now? Like that seems like a lot, but I'll be able to see Runko at Hunt Camp, so maybe I'll get an answer on that.
Oh, there you go.
The second one, as for hunting in cities, I believe it was the Vortex Nation podcast that had a UK gentleman on who had a special license / permit for shooting nuisance deer in people's gardens, what we call a yard. Yeah, that was a term I learned when I was a youngster. Yard is actually, what is defined as a yard? I think yard is the front, garden is the back. I can't remember exactly what equipment he used, but it was interesting to say the least. Yeah, for sure. I don't know if Calgary has I need to look into it. Is there a bylaw saying I cannot hunt in the city? It's just a bylaw. You cannot discharge
It's
firearms
probably, it'd be a firearms discharge bylaw.
right, but you can't shoot BB guns in Calgary, technically speaking.
Well, it's because they're considered a firearm. It's
Right.
under the same firearms discharge bylaw.
Right. Well, Edmonton, I think, is slightly different. I think anything under 500 might be okay. Don't quote me on that, but you can shoot arrows, bow and arrows in Calgary. That's fine.
Really?
Really, you cannot cross a road.
Fair.
So if you're on the balcony and you see a deer and you grab your equipment, you zap it. Well, that's the thing though. Bow hunting deer is not a clean business, so it is likely to run away on you.
Yeah.
So what are you gonna do with that? But I guess you could squirrel hunt with your bow and arrow at home.
I'm just imagining just like okay, so I saw a deer while I was driving home from lunch, or driving to work from lunch yesterday. There's enormous deers because work and home are like 5 minutes apart. There's this enormous deer that this guy no, it was a doe. This guy just about smoked her, and he managed to not like I live in you've seen where I live. There's a lot of trees around here, right? So like he was right in front of me, just about smoked her, and he didn't. But like, can you imagine? Like pull out the compound bow, spike it right there, but then it runs into some poor Karen's yard and bleeds out there. It would be a nightmare.
Whoa! You just reminded me something. I forgot if the Calgary bylaw says you cannot hunt with a crossbow.
Ooh, yeah. Yeah, that'd be interesting. Crossbows, again, one of those weird middle grounds. Usually if you get a firearms ban, they'll ban you from crossbows too.
That's fair, but I'm just thinking I don't think it's mentioned. Like I need to look it up, but in Alberta hunting, unless you have a proven disability, you can only hunt a crossbow as a firearm.
Okay, so the hunting regs treat it like it's a firearm.
Right, so you'll be hunting in the firearm season, but possibly in some locales, maybe you can get away with some other things.
Interesting.
Yep, I believe that crossbow is okay in like certain regions where the shotgun zone, I think. And I propose, M40A5 proposed that we call our public, quote unquote, safety minister, Gary, suspected terrorist. And anger is, what? Why?
Oh, because that was his first controversy. This wasn't his first screw up. He's got some connections to, so he apparently wrote a letter.
I think I got reminded. Yeah.
He wrote a letter in support of like someone that was a part of some terrorist group, the like something Tigers. I blanking on their name, but whoops. No, Gary, I bring in a quarter of the Liberals' entire fundraising budget. Ananda Sangari is probably safe from being kicked out or being, tied to terrorism because he brings in way too much money to that party.
Really? Just like from his...
It's enormous. His connections, there's a reason he's been allowed to be this big a screw up, and he keeps failing upward, like in a way that makes Bill Blair look like unsuccessful. It is 100%. It's his community connections and the amount of money he fundraises is eye-watering.
That's interesting. I was laughing at the next comment 48.5 have for me. Male and female pheasants look very different. If a person can't tell them apart, then I question if the person should be hunting. Well, I don't think the Alberta hunting class actually showed a picture of what a female pheasant looked like.
I'm going to be honest, I couldn't identify one or the other.
So, I don't know. I want to be ethical and legal hunter, and I don't want to, be too trigger happy. I guess that's what I want to say. And this one is the good part. What does ringneck pheasants and Tony have in common? They both originated from China and be introduced to Alberta. There aren't enough of a population in the wild to sustain hunting. So they raise and release them. Well, release me where? I don't know. If I recall correctly, in the release zone, you cannot hunt after 2 p.m. Check the regs for guidance. I would have to check it. I don't know. Huh? Then you can't hunt after 2 p.m. Then what's the point? That's interesting. I need to look it up. I think the season is open for the second zone. Or is it end of October? Anyway, I need to go check it out. That was my plan, to take a shotgun to work and then go out hunting after work. But we'll see if that works out. Connect Mag North from episode 627. Dustin, if you like the Ruger American Wrench Rifle, you should try it in 7.62x39. Way cheaper to run than a 223.556 or 308 in Canada. We actually make a magwell adapter that lets you use AK pattern magazines, and folks love it. The 5-round limitation, though.
I was gonna say, an AK patterned magazine does me no good. I have NATO mags for weeks. Like I have a lot of NATO mags.
Well, you could use AK mags. I sure have never sold the one we had in the shop for the short time it was with us for parts testing and fitment. I definitely will be keeping an eye out if there's a good deal for them and not think twice. So does that mean you guys sold the only Ruger American Wrench 7.62 you had while you were making a mag adapter for it? Okay.
Seems that way. I will say no. The reason I want that particular rifle in 223.556 was because I enjoyed shooting it in 223 suppressed at my buddy's place, and
sounds like you need a 300 blackout.
I was just gonna say, if I got it in anything other than that, because I would be buying it to suppress it, it would be in 300 blackout.
Sounds like you need a 450 Bushmaster.
No,
it's available in that caliber. It won't take AR mag, so
that doesn't do me any good. So
it could take AR mag, but Ruger decided not to.
Or I could
like 338 arc.
Yeah,
I don't know. The 338 arc is so controversial on the internet right now. I don't even know what's going on. It shoots really expensive bullets though. 338 is traditionally like 330 Lapua, A6 blackout, I guess.
Yeah, any of the big bore rounds are going to be, starting at $5 a round.
Not necessarily. I'm talking about bullets only, not ammo. Like 45-70 bullets are not that expensive in comparison.
What
bigger than
what is their price once you put powder in? And are you kidding? 45-70 is absolutely north of $5 a round, even if you're reloading it.
What?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
What kind of crazy loads are you looking at? Okay, I got homework then. I'll figure that out. I bet it's not that, because Dave from Foothill Firearm Training hits quite a bit. Anyway, Eddie's 2 comments for his homework on episode 627. Tony, Loophole makes good scopes. I have a few of them, but I prefer Burris steel rings. Generally, I don't like mixing and matching. Just the aesthetics is kind of all screwy, but that's just me. They use all Torx bolts and wrenches included in the package. Does it include a torque wrench too?
God, just get a good set of wrenches, man.
I know I have the Vortex one, but just the freaking heads don't fit. I'm really annoyed at that. Anyway, Kyle's in here. When you wear those Seneca Arctic pants, no one will be calling you a liar because your pants won't be on fire. What?
I'm going to guess they're fireproof.
Yes. Is that like a joke I didn't get?
Liar, liar, pants on fire. You ever heard that?
Oh no, never heard that. Okay,
yeah,
cool.
It's like when you're a kid and your friend's lying, you're like, liar, liar, pants on fire.
That is funny. Obviously, no Libro MPs are allowed to wear those pants.
Oh no, banned.
Assault style pant.
Or they exclusively wear those pants because otherwise their pants will burst
be constantly,
all the time.
Hey, I have to agree with Adriel that Federation Farm 12-inch 410 bore shotgun have no business waterfowling. Are there any commercial non-tox 410 rounds available? I bet there is. All right,
Gotta
let's
be.
go Federal 410 non-tox. Oh, there's easy. There's 410 TSS all day. Done. There's also Federal Speed Shock Steel. Let's take a look. Cabela's, well, BassPro.ca. $49.99 for a box of 25. Jesus Christ. Oof.
It's $2 around. That's
Three inch, 3/8 ounce 6-shot steel. It's 1400 FPS though. So they're out there. How effective they are, that's a separate issue.
Oh, this must have been after you guys, because I put that revolver shotgun up there, and then I didn't get to be there when you guys did all the new gun stuff.
Yeah.
That's why it's referencing that. I actually want one of those revolver shotguns. I understand they're not very good. That's why I don't own one.
Gas leakage. Jeez.
Yeah, seems dangerous.
I don't know. I don't know if there's a freaking timing issue on that gun and you have steel BBs bouncing off there.
That'd be bad.
I don't want that. Thanks very much.
Anyway.
All right, that's all the comments from YouTube from more than 2 weeks, actually. Thanks again, Eddie, for letting me know about missing all your nice comments. We don't have an email, but if you'd like to send us an email, you can send them to sandfireradio@gmail.com. Shout-outs. Dustin, do you have any shout-outs?
You know what? I don't this week. How about you? You got any shout-outs?
I'll give a shout out to my friend in Thunder Bay, Mr. Shi, for being patient with his guns, I guess. And sorry, I'm not responsible for Canada screwing up your shipment, but
don't lie.
There we are.
It was your fault.
It was my fault. I was home too late. I wasn't racing fast enough on the ring road trying to get home before 6. It was also election day, but we did drop off the shipment before election, so that was a different issue. All right.
We successfully got through our show without mom and dad, or without dad and dad. Yay! And I cleaned up a whole couple of weeks of comments. I'm proud of us.
That's good.
You know what? I'm giving us a shout out. Shout out to you, Tony.
Thank you. Shout out to Dustin for being my sole podcast partner today. It's not a solo show. That would have been really depressing.
Oh, that would have been
Michael would have wanted to see that.
For the amount of hosts that we have, if it was just you, I would be ashamed.
People get busy. It's hunting season. People need to go hunting. Oh yeah, I need to give a shout out to Jeb CA on Discord. He took a nice moose there in Ontario. I was asking him some question because I also see Tracy Wilson did a post on her moose hunting, and then there's someone on the CFE Discord saying they hunted a bunch of moose. So I was like, is the moose season that early and that available in Ontario? But apparently it still draws, so I guess a lot of people get lucky. Or it could be a media bias. Everyone's out there hunting moose, so they're going to post about it because they got a draw. Yeah, that's super nice.
Well, before we sign off, I would like to remind everybody to tune in next week for episode 629 on October 29th. And we're going to have Adam Reiser on as our guest, which is pretty exciting if you're in 3-gun. It's going to be a fun interview. Definitely more than just Tony and I chatting and reading your comments. So definitely tune in for that. Reminder, episode 629. And I will be your host. I'm even going to have questions. It's going to be great.
Awesome. And I think that topic is going to be surprisingly relevant for us in Canada, as some of us has, due to all the bans and stuff, went out of the sport. And he was one of the top shooters that was able to leave the 3-gun scene for more than a whole year and come back to it. So
yeah, I've actually got some questions for him. I'm excited.
Awesome. Other than that, join our Discord server. Watch us on Facebook Live often. YouTube sometimes live, and Twitch sometimes live. Join the CCFR, and we'll see you next week.
Good night, Kelly.
Good night, Kelly.
So if you have any comments or questions for the show, please send an email to slamfireradio@gmail.com. Now go grab a gun and shoot something.
When the talking is over, it's time to get a gun.